This is the Moshpit Backstage podcast for punk, metal and rock interviews and segments.
You're listening to the Moshpit on Sin, and I'm Alan, and I'm being joined by Dean. And the songs that we just had there was my very favourite, Creep by Stone Temple Pilots.
Definitely a favourite of Alan's.
Yeah, my favourite. I was blasting out the lyrics, and Screaming Trees, and my other favourite, Nirvana. And we are being joined on the line today by Jesse Coulter of the Grenadiers. How are you?
G'day, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's
Doing
great
well.
to have you on board. So, your new single is super catchy and a great track. So, can you please tell us what the song is talking about with the suburban life?
I think it kind of, if you listen to it, it sort of explains itself, really. It's just like I was trying to write a song about everyday boring shit that wasn't boring, which is kind of a hard task to write something about boring stuff that's not boring. But, yeah, thanks for the kind words. I think it came out pretty good.
That's all right.
Just about growing up in the suburbs, basically.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a fun song to write. Was it, enjoyable when you were in the writing process?
It kind of was, yeah, because, generally I write the lyrics by myself, but then we kind of round table them together, and, for the bridge I was kind of going to just, repeat the same line over and over again, but our drummer nixed that, and we ended up workshopping all these lines about mowing the lawn in your Speedos and stuff. And it was actually pretty fun.
So the music video for Suburban Life was pretty cool. What was the thought process that went into it? And it looks like you recorded it on one of those old VHS looking like cameras. Yeah.
The thought process was, we need a video in the next week and a half. What can we do? And yeah, so that was kind of just thrown out there. Our drummer said, let's do something at a speedway. And so I called a few speedways. There's only a few in Adelaide. And managed to find one. And yeah, this guy Dave was super accommodating. He turned the lights on for us and let us do this thing in the middle of a speedway. And then we went back a few nights later and got a few little pickup shots of some bikes riding around, and that's pretty much it. It's just us playing in a speedway, and it looks kind of... We wanted to replicate something that would look badass in the 80s, that would look like an Angels film clip or a Rose Tattoo film clip or something like that.
Cool. Awesome. Now, you guys had an album called Summer. What was it like for you when Triple J made it a feature album?
Unexpected. Yeah, like most bands that get made feature album have a label or a manager or some idea of what they're doing, and we had none of those things. So it was a pretty left of field thing for us. They just kind of called us up one day and said, hey, your feature album now. And cool. Okay, you guys are on drugs, but good for you. And it was sweet. It was good. It did a lot for us.
Now, you guys you've toured a lot over the years. What's the most interesting place you've played?
We've played a few interesting places. We've played in Albury and Wagga Wagga and Dunsborough, and we played actually probably the most interesting was we played in Arnhem Land in a place called Nhulunbuy, which is about 45 minutes east of Darwin via light aircraft, but it takes 18 hours to drive there. So it's 40 minutes on a plane, but 18 hours to drive. The remoteness of the location.
Yeah.
And we were basically playing in a mining town where the mine had gone bust, so people don't have a lot to do up there, and it was pretty wild. They really looked after us, and for the sort of 50 people that came out, had a real good time. It was fun and very unconventional. So that was probably the strangest place we've played in Australia, but it was also one of the best.
Yeah, and you're also going on tour in May. I was wondering what you're most looking forward to about this new tour. Just
hitting the road and playing to people again. I think we did a tour in November, and that was pretty fun. We played at Yaya's in Melbourne.
Nice.
I think this time we are doing the Workers Club. And I've been to the Workers Club, but I haven't played there before, so that's pretty cool, playing some new venues. We've got some awesome bands on this tour, which is one of the things I'm really looking forward to. In Melbourne, we've got two bands, Pale Heads and Hoodlum Shouts, who are two of my favourites over there.
Nice.
And Pale Heads don't really play very much. They've got members of the Drones and old ex-Drones and Nation Blue and some other great bands, Bat Piss. So they're really good.
Awesome.
So looking forward to that a lot.
So you guys are from Adelaide. What's the rock scene like over there?
It's pretty solid. It seems to be, I don't know, maybe it's a symptom of a place where that's generally considered to be kind of boring, is that heavy music tends to come out of here. You don't get a lot of ambient electronica coming out of Adelaide. It's mostly heavy guitar stuff. There's some cool bands that we're mates with, West Evan and Brothel Party and Dreams and Horror My Friend, and there's a great band called Hydra Medusa that are fucking awesome. Yeah. Some really good stuff coming out.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
No, it's thanks for having me. It's been fun.
No worries. So we're now going to be playing the Grenadiers song Suburban Life on the Moshpit on Sin.
Thanks for listening to the Moshpit Backstage podcast. You can subscribe to us on iTunes and Omni. To find out more about the show, go to www.syn.org.au/moshpit. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/moshpitonsin and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at moshpitsin. The regular Moshpit radio show broadcasts punk, rock and metal tunes and interviews every Thursday nights on Sin 9.7 on FM and digital radios. Listeners outside of Melbourne, Australia can stream Sin 9.7 online at www.syn.org.au. Thanks to Vintage Ruin for the music.
Hi, this is Tomato from Flashgun Apocalypse.
Hi, I'm Enid from Girls School.
I am Phoebe Pinnock from Heaven the Axe.
Hey, this is Gary Olney of the Misfits.
Hey, this is Kat Sproul from Horizon's Edge, and you're listening to the Moshpit on Sin FM.
Hi, this is Einar from Leopard.
Hi, I'm Virginia Lilly from the band Lily.
This is Raul from 1349.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ali from Beaverhead.
Hey, everybody, this is Charlie Benante with Anthrax, and you are listening to the Moshpit on Sin.